Lithuanian President calls statements about giving part of Ukraine to Russia unacceptable.
Here's a summary of the article.
BNS. 2022 meters. May 27 d. 9:03. Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda on Thursday called completely unacceptable the considerations of some politicians and experts that Ukraine could give some of its lands to Russia to ensure peace. I would very much like, both personally and as a politician, to have a peace agreement reached because Ukraine is bleeding every day. But we certainly cannot irresponsibly divide the territory of another state as we see fit, the president told the TV3 television channel on Thursday. After all our action against Russia is directed on the grounds that a country has encroached on the territorial integrity of another country in early 21st century. Here is the alpha and omega. So if we start slicing this issue like a loaf of bread with a knife, I think that is totally unacceptable. Let's leave this issue to the people of Ukraine to decide, he added. Speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos earlier this week, former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger said Ukraine should cede part of its territory to Russia to end Moscow's invasion, stating that a humiliating defeat by Russia in the war could lead to further destabilization. Kissinger argued that it would be ideal to return to the status quo that existed before the Russian invasion on February 24. Russia annexed Ukraine's Crimea in 2014 and pro-Moscow separatist groups later took control of parts of Ukraine's easternmost areas of Donetsk and Luhansk.
This post received a score of 8,500, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
He's wise enough to know the Baltic states are next on Russia's list of territories to annex to reform the former Soviet Union. Any appeasement talk lands on his doorstep a few years from now.
I'm sure Russia wouldn't mind liberating southern Lithuania from Nazis and handily opening a Russian-controlled path to Kaliningrad. Vilnius is uncomfortably on that path. I'm purely speculating, of course.
Lithuania is in NATO. The second Putin tries that, Kaliningrad becomes a sheet of glass. No point in even trying.
This works other way. Like give us Lithuania or we nuke London. And when London say, we have nukes as well, both sides calculate what they have to lose. Russians have nothing. London is scared as shit to lose what they have.
Obviously. Because what after that? Imagine that this works and next time Russia is like, Russia, hey Poland, I will nuke you but I won't if you allow me to take some part of your North territory to expand Kaliningrad. World, Poland, give them what they want, it's better than nuclear war, we won't help you if you don't Poland. Well I do not have a choice and apparently I don't have allies either Russia, hey. Finland, I will nuke you but you know the drill already right? Russia has to be put into ruin. First using sanctions. And if they start the war, then using force. They are n.
Remember last time we tried appeasement? Ended with a more bold enemy.
I don't remember a whole lot from my high school history classes, but one key point that I remember being drilled into my head nonstop is that appeasement was a mistake. Chamberlain was made to look like a fool. I find it hilarious that we're in a situation where appeasement is an option and those in power are not remembering their history.
And supposedly groups like the Nazis couldn't happen again and here we are with Putin. Putin is even following the Nazi playbook. And people want to appease him? Absolutely insane. That just means we are in for a much bigger war in Europe sooner or later. The new Nazis in Russia need to be destroyed just like the old Nazis. There is no other way to peace.
Why the hell is anyone still listening to Henry Kissinger? His track record should be enough to dismiss anything he says outright.
They should fire whatever dickless fruit suggested to let Russia annex parts of Ukraine.
Kissinger is 1 minute from being in a grave, so won't make much of a difference.
He's also on Gazprom's payroll.
Always has been pure evil.
No land for peace with Putin, who then will seize more land. Ukraine should strive for victory in pushing Russians back into Russia. Failing that, with an unmovable Russian occupation in the east, Ukraine at worst should sue for an armistice and resume the war at the first good opportunity. If Putin gets his way in Ukraine, the Baltics or ex-Asian Soviet states are going to be next. Then China will attack Taiwan. Hopefully there will be a Kremlin putsch if Putin fails on Ukraine.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.